Good afternoon, everybody. It's Steve Edskowitz, aka Speakeasy Steve of the Living Room Podcast with the Speakeasy video of the week. Today, I want to talk about what it means to me that the sovereignty of the United States in 1 week will be 250 years old. We've come so far and have done so much that I am here to say that despite a government and a media that can be very divisive no matter who's in power, whose side, who's on, and whatnot. Let's face it, we have a very divisive government and media. We just do. That being said, I'm not focused on that. What I'm focused on is on the things that bring us together, which is what the Speakeasy Steve community is all about. You see, ultimately, we have things that we share in common. And one of the things we share in common right now in this country is how proud we are that the U.S. men's national soccer team in the World Cup is in the round of 32, and they have an excellent chance to get to the quarterfinal and even the semifinal, maybe go all the way. I don't expect that. I think there's going to be a lot of competition in front of the U.S. where winning the World Cup is concerned. However, not being favored to win their group, and they did so anyways, over Turkey A, who was favored, an impressive victory over Paraguay. We have Bosnia-Herzegovina this Wednesday, who I think we're going to beat to get into the round of 16, which would be the quarterfinal, or that would be that would be no, that would be right before the quarterfinal, still in the knockout round, I believe. And then you get into the eight teams, which would be the quarterfinal, four teams in the semifinal, two teams in the final, so on and so forth. I think that is how it goes. But it feels like this U.S. men's national team is rallying us at a time where we could really use it. And that the World Cup is being held in America or in North America, with many games happening in America as well as in Canada, is a very unifying force for all of us. And going into this 4th of July week, celebrating the 250th year of the United States independence from the nation of Great Britain, I am proud that we've come this far, and I am proud at how we're still finding ways to unify with each other. I was at a party last night, an Al Capone speakeasy kind of roaring 20s kind of party. Everyone dressed up and everyone having a ball. People that come from different ideologies, be it politically, professionally, different backgrounds, different places where they were born and have lived, and things of that nature, we could still coexist and we could still come together with each other in the name of a good time. And it was a fabulous time last night with just celebrating a history I could appreciate because some of you may remember Prohibition. None of us were born for this. Anyone that might watch this video, I'm guessing, was not born or alive while Prohibition was taking place in the United States back in the 20s into the 30s. And they had to build speakeasies as a place for people to go to have a drink, to enjoy themselves while Prohibition was still going on until Prohibition was eventually lifted, and rightfully so. There's ways we socialize with each other, and having a drink, mind you, being disciplined about it and staying within certain limits for your safety and the safety of other people is a part of that, an absolute big part of that. But when I think about atmospheres last night, the controversy of the speakeasies during Prohibition, but how people come together at different backgrounds, the things that could bring us together, it's still all good in the United States of America as it becomes 250 years old. Yes, we have problems in our government. We have problems in our media. We have problems with the big guy versus the little guy, and corporations versus workers, and investors versus workers, and who's getting the most attention, who's getting the most opportunity, who's kind of being left out on the cold, citizenship versus immigration, all these things. Those are always going to be problems, unfortunately. But in this 250th anniversary, which feels like a rebirth of America is going on right now, we can come together and we can have a good time, and we can continue to energize ourselves to where we could learn and get stronger intellectually, mentally, socially, spiritually. We could learn to trust each other, to respect each other, to love and take care of each other. We still have those opportunities despite everything. And I'm here to encourage that as much as I can from the Speakeasy Steve community and platform here on YouTube and on Facebook. And pretty soon there's going to be real events in real life that will bring people together where there won't be any technology, there won't be any divisiveness. There will only be people coming together to have a good time and restoring the art of conversation, people talking to each other, because no matter what, no matter how much technology we have, no matter how many divisive forces there might be out there, human beings are like cats in that we need to be able to socialize and be with each other physically, as well as using communication devices like the phone to go along with all the technology that we have, direct messages, text messages, emails, all that good stuff. And they all have their place. But some things are said will never change about human beings. And that's the need for physical togetherness, physical contact, and a mutual understanding, respect, and love of each other whenever that is possible, when the divisive forces of our lives, of our society, we don't allow to interfere in those pursuits, in those quests. So I'm here to say happy 250th birthday to the United States of America. May we have another 250 years that is glorious and that brings us together like we've never been brought together before, where we continue to learn how important it is for us to love, support, understand, trust, and look out for each other. And be the great country that we can be and have been in our past and can be in the future, but maybe with more consistency and with more of the little things and the golden rules in mind and in our hearts as well. Happy 250th birthday to the United States of America. I'm proud to be American. I'm proud to be a human being. And I'm proud to have brought you this Speakeasy Steve YouTube channel, Living Room podcast video of the week. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Make it a great one. Have fun. Be safe. And don't forget to carry love in your heart everywhere you go and to every person that you meet. We'll talk to you next time.